Presiding Officer, let me start by sharing my respect for Liam MacArthur. I find him to be a good parliamentarian and a good man. It does, however, remain a fact that consent, choice, free will and autonomy are not being experienced equally by all. My fear remains that for the estimated 1 in 3 women living with domestic abuse, even with the modest amendments to the bill around coercion, for some women, the danger that this legislation becomes another lethal tool to be wielded by an abusive partner is real. The deadly consequences for those women would be final. Presiding Officer, I normally relish debate, even when it looks like I'm going to lose, but today I feel really uncomfortable. This legislation frightens me, and I am someone who scares easily. I didn't get into politics to talk about myself and my own feelings, and this is certainly not a natural space for me to be in, arguing against something I'm fearful of rather than for something I believe will bring about a positive change or protect people. In what will be my last speech in this Parliament, I'm a little sad that my final contribution shares fear and not hope. But I'm scared that if this law passes because of the perceived positive impact on the small number of people who wish to end their lives early, that the negative and equally impactful experiences for many others and for our society as a whole will be immeasurable, and they won't be something we can come back from. As well as the casework I receive from citizens who are not having their needs met by the health and social care services at the moment, I do have direct experience of living with a diagnosis that will not be cured. My life will be shortened. I don't like saying that out loud, especially in front of you lot, but it is a fact. I find it really hard to put into words the impact that the language of dignity and compassion being used to talk about ending life has had on me, as if somehow wishing to carry on but with help is undignified and burdensome, unfair to people who love me. And that's just in the context of us talking about it in here. My blood runs cold thinking about sitting in a room in a hospital and having a doctor raise that with me as we weigh up treatment options. Presiding Officer, I share that thought in the full knowledge that people in my situation are not a homogenous group. And because I want colleagues to see that if it weighs so heavily on me, someone in a position of financial privilege, with a large, loving family who are able to care for each other, indeed someone whose job it's been for 10 years to have difficult conversations and debates and to have my own views and beliefs challenged, I want colleagues to see how this all plays out for people who don't have the privilege that we have. And in doing so, let's have our eyes open to the strain our health and social care systems are under. Not everyone is receiving the care they need. And if passed, this legislation will be funded from existing stretched budgets. What healthcare will we stop to fund this? Are we really going to be a country where the state funds dying while hospice care relies on charity? Consent, choice, free will and autonomy are not experienced equally by all. It's not a free choice if you don't have access to good palliative care. It's not a free choice if you have no family to support you and you're lonely and isolated. And it's not a free choice if you're grappling with poverty or other forms of inequality. Institutions cannot make a choice to opt out of this if it passes, meaning that some valued hospices and care homes will close at a time when we really need them. And as it stands, the bill in front of us, doctors do not have a choice when it comes to opting out. It is a fact, these protections have been stripped out of the bill, and there are no guarantees what they will look like, and this Parliament will not be able to scrutinise or amend them. Presiding Officer, today in voting against the bill, I'm just choosing to vote for the inherent dignity of life, and I urge colleagues to do the same.